Alright, let's get back to this boring trade game where it's pretty much game over, but I'm gonna keep it going because it's also quite relaxing. There's still Iberia to finish off, and there are still many more ships to be built. Also a little tired of having to deal with our good friend Serbia here all the time. So it's high time we moved on from them. You were doing Malacca, right? Excellent. Which means we can finish up with you, Serbia. You've just been a thorn in my side the whole time. Now, war taxes finish up on the 25th of May. I'll need to try and remember that one. Oh, you're great. Let's tank a bit of tradition on you. Building tons of galleons. We're dealing with our slight revolt risk problem, but we have more than enough men to do that. You check out, one war galleon gives me 1/10 of a ducat a month. So what does one frigate give me? 0.04. Okay. I'm wondering if I should keep my non-Lombard provinces out of the trade leagues, not trade leagues, trade companies, since those ones are more revolting when they get the nasty event there. Perhaps. Still, I need to kill Mutapa. Mutapa Takanuchi's gotta go. Looking at 64, 12, 20, 28. Yeah, that'll be a bit much. However, a simple 40 stack should be able to take care of those upstarts. Or perhaps it would be more right to say another 40 stack. Since you folks are busy there. Somebody was asking earlier, how do you quickly add loads of provinces to the trade company? You just go here. There's a little button here. Either close trade company or add all provinces to the trade company. There we go. Add all provinces in the region to the trade company. And now I'm now less interested in doing that around here since I have a land connection to these provinces. Now have I got my blockade of you going? Where did those ships of mine go? I thought I sent them over here. Or did I screw up again? Oh right, I missed my war taxes again, and because of that I lose out big time. When was that? It was 25th of May, right? I wonder if it comes up on under modifiers. I hope it does. Temporary country modifier expires. Anything to do with war taxes? No. Well, we'll see if that works. We need to keep those war taxes going. There we go, we have... When we collect war tax. So it shows up there, but it doesn't show when it expires. That's troublesome. Ah, well. Some Reddit guy says cancelling protectorates in a lost war reduces your aggressive expansion by a huge margin. Well, that's just, that's much the same as the old Navarra trick for removing aggressive expansion. Paradox said they got rid of that, but I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't. Alright, Watapa. You've got something I want. Gold. Now, with you converted, what with that cathedral and college, yeah, it does give me lots of tax, quite a huge amount of tax, but that's not really what I'm in Constantinople for. It's that trade power I want. And if I stack a post office and a customs house on top of you already, it's gonna get daft. So since we've already converted it, destroy those expensive buildings, build other expensive buildings. Revolt risk be damned. Yeah, I'm also going to have to hope that this province doesn't revolt. Only 2% chance. What are the odds? With that in mind, we'll keep our transport stack up here. Also, what in the world am I raising boats here for? It's just the wrong place to be. I've got to say, this has got to be the most stable game I've ever played. Very, very few stability hits. We'll pick you up while we're at it, since you've been doing practically nothing all your time there. And away you go. No present merchant here. No provinces owned in the area. And yet everyone's getting 80% more goods produced. This vast amount of goods produced, I'm betting, is utterly crashing the worth of these items. Trade goods, sort by price. Well, China wares are always worthwhile, but the supply is pretty high for everything. We need to get ourselves more into China. In fact, I'm very keen to set up the rest of our charters, which means going to war with Timmy. Have I got my claim on you? No alliance is worth having. But our Castilian and Austrian ambitions, they can be held off for now. I really want to expand my trade leagues around here. Once we take Mutapa, we'll advance on them. Which means we're going to need more troops. Troops cost money. At least we've got plenty of that coming in. I make less on fleet than I did earlier thanks to that event that lowered the ship cost. But I really want Diptech 22. It's almost worth paying in advance for because it's going to give me so much more money. Although that will save me tons. Austrian ambitions? No, it's not for the gold, it's just to break them up a bit. They've annexed too many countries, so we were only barely getting our imperial integrity. We're also not building enough ships. Anywhere. Let's risk ourselves another blue screen of death. Just check the price of these frigates. Going up and up. Ah, hello, Doctor. I'm watching the stream at work again. Much fun. Yep. Vote Jake for presidency. Well, our independence vote is in, what, 2 days? Yeah, 2 days. Scratch off all the other options and just say DDR Jake for Lord Protectorate. Has a nice ring to it. Also, Australia, could you be any more worthless? Where are my colonists? I think I got one on that wee island, which is good because I need that one done quite quickly. And the other colonist. I want that gold, you hear? We haven't yet got all of our cores ready, so let's not annex you just yet. For 44% overextension. happy to see Great Britain and Castile colonising around here though. It's just more goods for me to increase the value of. Now when I get Hormuz, assuming Kara don't take it, so I believe I still have a truce to them, I'll take Hormuz and Lower Sind. And with that I will have the dominance within, what is this charter called anyway? The West Indian Charter. Easy peasy. But I still need troops available in the area for that. 3 stacks might be more than I need for Europe right now. But if Kara gets involved, or I have to fight Kara, because I mean, what's Kara going for here? Just conquest. Just conquest, no claims or anything. You're crazy! No, I'll need that admin for coring, even though I have claims all over this. Jake, I've lost some piece of the game. Why are you at war with Ryukyu? I was getting tired of being at war with Serbia, and I've not yet set up Norway in the Shetlands, so I've gone to war with Ryukyu. They're isolated, I had a Casus Belli on them, and I can just blockade them. Blockades count for keeping the war going, and it's not like their navy's going to sink my heavies, so no worries there at all. I do feel like having more trade fleets on the go to increase this value though. Got plenty going there. I don't mind only having like an 80% wedge in these places now because although I might only have 80% of the share, I'm almost doubling the value of the goods. So that's all right in my book. We've got it in Bengal and we could improve on Malacca. There are 3. No, that's just benign neglect. We need to take your capital. No, of course that's not your capital, you're Ayutthaya. Still, taking Ayuttha's land, Ayuttha's capital is going to be a pain in the rear end. We'll have to take what surrounds it first. And I don't have overseas expansion, Casus Belli. And since I want trade, I'm not about to get it anytime soon. Trade and expansion? Or do I? No, I'd rather go trade plutocratic. Well, it'll be trade nonetheless. I'm being reminded about war taxes. Yeah, alright on those. Almost got Timbuktu done. We'll get Bambuk done once it's cored. Everybody wins. Ayuttha's is not really important. This is somewhat true. However, I need that Indo-Chinese charter. And for that, I'm going to want that province. I could take Praenoctor, but I'd rather have their capital. Actually, maybe I don't need their capital. Since it produces tea, a lot more could be done if I simply gave them like 90% extra production of it. It could be the tea center of the world. Still, I would need to get a majority of all the... Yeah, you know what? I think I will settle for Praenoctor. Still, that means I would need to have Casus upon you. Oh, we have a trade dispute. I doubt Ming's going to do much other than just climb into the meat grinder. Ayutthaya loves me, indeed they do. Poor guys. Nothing good has ever come from people who love me. Or for people who love me. Right, big old stack of 40 heavies and whatever lights I can find. get you guys together and we shall send you for... Already got Bengal and Malacca, so I suppose we should do something around China. Right, Timbuktu's done. Which means again we can tear down these oppressive buildings and build up trade. It's all about that trade. Yeah, I never got anything reminding me that war taxes are over. Harumph. I was going to dismiss those boats, but then I figured, what's the point? They actually helped me out. Claim on Malindi. I really don't want Malindi. At least that 5 revolt risk doesn't hurt them much. A couple of cores just where I need them. Which means it's time for goodbye Matapa. It's for the economy. I could add these provinces to my trade company. Is that really worthwhile though? Because it increases my force limits, which I actually don't want. And achievement, get a pile of gold. I don't think I'll add these to the trade company, because I don't want that. I'll get you all cored up, nice and cheap. And we'll get you converted both to Catholicism and to Lombard. Now, what did I say we're doing here? Part of the trouble is, if I don't have a merchant present, it's just going to be general addition of power flowing out. In this case, Ming is pushing it up this way. And most of it will be pushed away over here, here. The best I can do is to get it to Constantinople, to Ragusa, to Genoa, to Sevilla. Okay, that works. But why are you pushing towards Venice? I know I collect there. But your value would be increased more if you went to Genoa and Sevilla. I'd probably lose out money that way, but who's keeping score? Still doesn't answer the question what I'm going to do here though. Without a merchant present in Hangzhou, I don't get much help there. Ah, but there's no reason for you to exist. No, you've got to exist, otherwise trade goes that way. But you don't need to exist there because everyone else does the work for me. No, again, that's not true. My trade would push it in that direction as well. Is there anywhere that I have a merchant present where the trade doesn't matter? Yeah, you. So that means I have to have you here. I'll take the Timbuktu individual and make you transfer power down towards Malacca. And then we'll assist that with our boats. God, I love making shackles. Alright, onwards to Hangzhou. Wouldn't having them in the company give Kilwa a better production boost, Jake? Not really. Of all the provinces, I could raise you even higher. Do I want the tax? Do I want the more grain? Well, I need that manpower right now. We'll go for that. Base tax is forever, but there's something quite nice about high manpower as well. Hey, Bane. Poor Ryukyu. Don't worry, you're helping me help you help us all. Oh, gee, Manhattan? Pfft, they're just peasants. No problem. Having a trade capital that a node automatically collects from it. Indeed it does. So I suppose I don't need my merchant here in Sevilla. But he does increase income by 10%, and that's definitely good. I don't like Castile having all this power here, but if I take away Porto and Lisboa from them, then they'll be feeling the heat. Honestly, I just want to chase them out of this node, but if I do, they might not assist me. Or at least assist my merchants in pooling the trade. Alright, well, you're obviously not showing war taxes, so you are no longer useful. So I guess it's onwards to the Timurids. Since revolt risk is all but gone around here, you folks can lead the attack. Whilst you guys... I don't appreciate the cavalry at the moment. So we'll say you're 9,000 foot troops in need of... How many were you? 9,000, huh? We'll make another 40 stack then. $20 cannons. Are you going to do the Tunisia achievement? I'm going to do all the achievements. Eventually. Got no reason not to. Welcome, Joey.